Welcome to Advocacy with Ali. Today we have a special guest, Advocate Jagadish Kumar from Bangalore, and we have chosen the topic today that is power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Welcome to Advocacy with Ali, Advocate Jagadish sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, I want to have your opinion and views on the quote that is said by the Lord Acton, where he has written a letter to the popes mentioning that power tends to corrupt and absolute power tends to absolute corruption. So, how do you see
Uh,
this quote in this present situation, connecting to the 1973 Indira Gandhi
uh,
and the present 2020 Modi government?
fine. Yeah. See, our nation has been under the purview of Indian Constitution. See,
True.
whether the people think government is powerful. As per people, the politicians who get elected and the government is powerful. But according to being an advocate, knowing the Constitution is very powerful. And under the Constitution, Parliament comes. Under the Constitution, Supreme Court, High Courts, all the courts come. Even
Yes,
the executive, they come under the purview of the, Constitution.
Constitution. But sir, the very
Government comes and
purpose,
goes.
correct,
Government comes
correct.
and goes.
Hmm. The very purpose of the Constitution was to decentralize the powers. As it goes, the power shall not be upon one person. So it has given the options like the power was supposed to be decentralized, and due to that we have the bodies legislature, executive, and judiciary. But how literally these bodies are independently working?
uh, Taking the present situation, see, we all are human beings. We have to agree it, and greed is a part of, even politics. And today's politics is no doubt, it's filled with the greed because under the purview of Constitution, it is by the people, to the people, for the people. But today's scenario, what we understand is it is by some political party, for some political party, and
To some
for
political party.
I think they're trying to liberalize their own ideology, uh, killing the basic spirit of the Constitution itself. That is what I understand, and we don't mind telling this on record. And this is what we are feeling being a citizen. I think common man, common citizen may fear to tell this, but watching this scenario for last 6 years, taking present even Modi government itself, even taking present Modi government, what they call it is Modi government, and they say I think everything will be fantastic. It will be super. We will be super. Heroes in the world. But those things are not. I am not feeling. Being an advocate, I am not feeling. At least compared to the present COVID situation, Corona situation, we never saw other than any bhashans. Other than giving speeches, the government didn't do anything. That is what is my feeling is. And my brothers and sisters of this nation were suffering, especially the migrant workers. To travel to their own destinations, to their motherland, or to mother state, to mother cities, they suffered a lot. Many of them killed. The government, or it was only just doing a lip service. I think it's a total failure of the governance itself. This is what we
Sir,
fail.
sir,
And yeah,
what is the concluding line is, sir? Like I would like to draw a line between this supreme power and between the migrant workers, because the
uh,
labor laws have already been stopped. Like there is no prevalent of labor laws as of now. The labor laws have been
mm,
taken off, and due to that, the IT person, Ajim Premji,
mm,
has shown his sorrow on this, that this was
mm,
not the right decision to take the labor laws down. So we are
mm,
just trying to connect how this supremacy is being played
mm,
based on the
uh,
constitution itself. They are not going beyond the constitution. Within the
right, right.
framework of constitution, they are trying to play. For example, the Chief Justice of India, ex-Chief Justice of India,
Mm,
has now
mm,
got into the Rajya Sabha.
mm,
And the claim was taken that earlier also there were many people who have been introduced to the Rajya Sabha. But the fact was that
mm,
they have got elected and get into the Rajya Sabha. But this person was not got elected, but directly nominated. So the whole idea is how this supremacy, like how the absolute power is been used under the garb of constitution. So as you stated, the constitution itself is supreme. When the same supreme constitution itself is being used to get into the power and diminish the very framework, the very fundamental principles, do you think those things are like going in the right direction?
No, see, a Supreme Court Chief Justice getting into a Rajya Sabha, I feel, as an advocate, I feel it's a bad precedent. Bad precedent. I think that's not supposed to happen. That's what I feel to a great extent. But it has happened, and we had to accept that also.
It affects it affects to the decentralization of power, because when we have an independent judiciary,
only decentralization of power, not only decentralization of power, the independence of judiciary is also under question.
Right.
The independence of the judiciary is also under question. The judges or the courts or the judges' minds are under the control of the government or what? This is what the ultimate question a common man gears up to and understand. Ultimately, once again, the court matters. As we all know, that people are a bit scared even to speak about a judge. But as per the constitution, criticism is a part of fundamental right. If somebody does wrong, it is our fundamental right to question it and expose it. And I think it's a very bad precedent. What has happened?
Now the purpose of questioning, sir, the purpose of questioning and the claim which you are taking as a fundamental right to criticize is now being taken into the sedition. Now those things are taken into UAPA. Now those things are taken into terrorism acts. Where your fundamental right lies now?
I think a very good question. When I think you are striking the right chord. See, same thing happened in Mysore also. One girl by name Nalini took up a free Kashmir board against in a CANRC protest. She was put under sedition, and to add up to the I think weakness. Basically, it's a strike of a bow and arrow. Apart from that, she was boycotted by our own advocates, brothers and sisters association from Mysore, where from Bangalore, me and some of the advocates across the state came represented, and some seniors advocates supposed to represent and argue for the case. They also gave I think they also asked movement, they remained silent. Ultimately, it was me who argued this case and got her a bail. It is not that we have completely lost the constitutional values or our but I think people are scared. People are made I think scared by making all these laws. I think bravely, I think advocates can come out, and I'm sure Gandhi is also Mahatma Gandhi is also one of the best example who fought against Britishers. And if we think some corrupt can control, I don't think so. It's possible. Only thing is we have to make up our mind. Maximum zyada se zyada kya hota hai? Jail mein dal sakte hai na? Kitna din rakh sakte hai? Make up that mind, come out, I'm sure legally we can fight these people. This is what I feel about this case.
Right, sir. But again, the question remains that when power comes into hand, whether it is judiciary, whether it is legislature, or whether it is executive, when all the things are being controlled and the independent bodies are being controlled, the question finally remains: is justice literally prevailing?
As per today's situation, there's no justice being done, because as you rightly pointed out that the independent institutions which come directly under the constitution, like RBI, CBI, CBC, CBDT, DGIT, the Director General of Income Tax, DRI, for that matter, all these are independent bodies which support, including Election Commission. All are independent bodies which directly come under Indian Constitution, that come under Constitution, or some other way some power corrupt people are trying to control them. So called एक वोट के दम पे एक सरकार बना देना और एक सरकार के बना के ना इंस्टीट्यूशन का इंडिपेंडेंसी को कंट्रोल करना वर्चुअली and showing that we live in democracy. I think it's a big drama. What is going on for last 6 years is a big drama. Nothing but a big drama. I don't fear even to tell this on record. It's a big drama, and for this 130 crore people will pay the cost. They are going to pay the cost for this. Not only a government, not only some sector of people. 130 crore people will pay the cost. We have come to know, and today we have come to know that all the public sectors have been sold. And as you said, power corrupts. Single powered government is selling all public sector units like railways, BEML, and lot many things have been sold. And all the airports have been privatized. Now railways have been privatized. BSNL things have gone. And I don't know what is going to happen to this India. And all these are assets of the nation. And assets of the nations, just because some group of elected people form a government, they think it has become authority. They think those assets belongs to them, and they are selling it and creating some fears. As you said, some sedition case and some UPA and this, and putting some intellectuals behind the bars, not giving by bail. And I think a lot many cases it has taken place. I agree with all this, but still there is an activism, there is a questionability, there is an accountability, which is which is I think burning inside. Only thing is we don't know when it will come out, but it will come out. But it will definitely come out. Yeah? And it has to come out. It has to come out because that's a natural principle. We have learned I think while studying law, we have learned justice under the natural principle justice. We have learned it.
Principle of natural justice.
Court may deny the justice. I'm sure the principle under the principles of natural justice, justice will not be denied. I'm sure it might be delayed. It will never be denied. This is what my feeling is. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I would like to drag here saying that the budding advocates like me, you are already a senior advocate now. So the budding advocates like me are already become the victims of the already have become the victims of these such a so-called ideologies. One thing, and secondly, when I see them, when I speak to them, when I try to convince them, or they try to convince me, when we come to a conclusion or concluding part, they deny to accept the fact. This is second, and thirdly, the say always goes that wherever there is a similarity and wherever there is a common term, come to that at least, so that justice may prevail. But all the 3 points have been, I personally have felt, have gone away, have gone astray. So based on this, give me your concluding remarks on today's show, sir.
And I request all my brothers and sisters, including my so-called brothers from other communities, whether it is a Muslim or this one, this constitution has been framed by us, okay, and we have paid a cost, heavy cost, to take this independency from Britishers, and today we have constitution which is protecting us. No need to see government aata hai jata hai, wo alag baat hai, but we will remain and constitution will always remain. Only thing is time might be some corrupt powers are trying to control it, conclude it. It is not possible. Only it is a time being effect. So do not lose hope. Even for that matter, last time when Trump came to India, he visited Mahatma Gandhi.
Right.
As people claim a different ideology, he never went anywhere. He went to Gandhi's ashram. He never went to any other place.
Correct.
See, the world is watching us. And when the world is watching us, the world, walks in, it takes Mahatma Gandhi, it doesn't take some other's name. So we can understand how powerful we are. How powerful we are that, our, Mahatma Gandhi's ideologies have been, respected, accepted, worldwide. Similarly, our constitution has traveled, such a big journey. Nobody could shake it. And I'm sure even present situation also, they're trying to shake it. Nobody can shake it. Possibly, this is a temporary dilemma, and there is also atrocities and killings going on. Even that also I'll accept. I will not deny that fact that there's last 6 years there's a lot of atrocities in the name of religion, the caste, everything is going to take place.
Yes.
Still, I say, do not lose hope. Constitution is watching us. Constitution will protect us, and I'm sure Constitution will defeat such forces in this India. Bring back democratic setup government back, and where I'm sure the 130 crore population can live in I think peaceful living. This is what my believe in the future. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So we have come to the conclusion of this show, and the conclusion remark is that though the court stands, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely, but still we have an absolute power, that is Constitution, and that is Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court is still operating based on the fundamental principles of Constitution. So let us believe in the principle of natural justice and accept the natural justice, and let us do the justice based on its way, based on its right, based on its claim. So it was a talk about the supreme power, and the conclusion is that supreme power to us, supreme power to Indians, and supreme power to India is Constitution. Be with the Constitution, stand for Constitution, and let's make this country stronger.
And there is nothing supreme. There is nothing supreme than our Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution is only supreme, and it is the most powerful one. This is what I can say you. And whether it is Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also public servant, defined under the Constitution. Whether it is the President, they are also public servant. Whether it is Supreme Court judges, they are public servant, defined under Constitution. Whether it is CMs, cabinet ministers, to P1. Everyone is a public servant defined under the Constitution. So let us not get feared. See, possibly once they come to that positions, certain people try to, as a human circle, they try to fear, certain ideologies. Nothing to worry, because our Constitution is very strong, and it has traveled a very big journey, survived. It has survived in such a big journey, and I'm sure it will survive in the future also.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have given your valuable time for us. Thank you so much, sir. So, thank you, viewers. Thank you so much.